let's keep building, and then we could go after Devin Haney and all the other dudes, Teofimo. But we got to take our steps, do it with Derek James, my first fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to become a champion, so that's my goal.
Beating Gervonta Davis would bring me influence and power over the whole boxing community, and anybody who doubts that has to wait till after I beat him, because then they will see what true power is. Bouts don't matter in this game. What matters is if you put people in those seats, and if you're exciting and people want to watch you, that's it. The people decide who's the top dog, and that's it. Nobody cares about bouts anymore. It's past that time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to become a champion, so that's my goal.
It was Ryan Garcia's first fight coming back from a knockout he suffered from Gervonta Davis. He battled a tough competitor last night in Oscar Duarte, who came up from 135 with a 26-1 record. If I had to give King Rye, as his fans call him, a grade on this fight, I would probably give him a C+. I didn't see much difference. I didn't see a Derek James style. I didn't see him pop the jab like Derek James likes. And I also did not like the Victorville shell because it wasn't a Philly shell. I didn't know what Ryan was doing, a half shoulder roll. I didn't know what that was. But at the end of the day, he got the win. And I'm not going to go get way out of control and say his career's over. But Gervonta Davis thinks it is. Gervonta Davis thinks Ryan Garcia has 1 or 2 more years left and he's out of boxing. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this. After being embarrassed by Gervonta Davis, the most important thing Ryan had to achieve is a victory. And that's what he did. It was kind of a bonus for him because he got a knockout over a guy who's never been knocked out. Was I overly impressed with Ryan Garcia's fundamentals tonight? No. But this was his first fight with Derek James, and he's facing a tough opponent. And maybe Tank knocked some sense into him, because now he wants to be a champion, meaning belts do matter. Right, Ryan? Congrats to Ryan Garcia and Derek James on an 8th round knockout over Oscar Duarte.
Consider Canelo like the greatest.
When Canelo came into the United States to fight and was Golden Boy and everything, I think he was already in his 30-something fight or like 44th fight professionally, undefeated.
Fuck, let's go to Mexico.
Yeah. Either 30. They build your record. Sometimes they take it to Mexico and they build it there, just to start it off. Half of, if not 3/4 of Canelo's, 3/4 of Canelo's record is in Mexico.
Teofimo is a good fighter, and when his head's on right, I really respect what he does in the ring. Now let's go back and think about what he just said. He said Mexico is the place where people go to pad their records. He also saying that Canelo's, I don't know this for a fact, but he says 75% of Canelo's fights were in Mexico. Now, I didn't add up the percentages of fights he had in the United States and Mexico. I know he made his American debut against Larry Mosley in 2008, which would made him 18 years old, 19 years old. But it's possible after that he could have went back to Mexico and had more fights. Do I think Teofimo's dissing Canelo entirely? No, I don't. I think for the most part, it's all about Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Terrence Crawford became undisputed for the second time, Teofimo was saying that no one wanted to be undisputed champion until I became undisputed champion. And not only that, he said, I became 2-time undisputed champion before Terrence Crawford did. Now he's saying, I don't have to go to Mexico like Canelo or Devin Haney to pad my record. Canelo was born in Mexico. Eric Morales, Chavez, Barrera, all these guys were born in Mexico. So naturally, their career is going to start in Mexico. And like I said before, we even can throw Yori Boy Campos in there, who had a 56-0 record before he came to the United States. You could start boxing in Mexico at 15 years old. So for me, it was more about feeding their families and waiting for their big break. The promotion companies like Bob Arum and Golden Boy to discover them and bring them to the States. Teofimo is a good boxer and could be a great one if he kept focused on the sport. But it seems like these days, he likes to do more talking than boxing. if you're greater to the Canelos and Crawfords in the lower level like a Gervonta Davis, a Jerome Boots, get in the ring and show us. Talk is cheap. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy, I'm gone.